Hi everyone, it's Andrea here from Movers and Bakers. Today I'm going to show you the most adorable chocolate crinkle cookies. They are crinkly and beautiful and soft inside, but they just look so sweet. I could not resist them. I hope you enjoy them. Let's get baking. So these cookies don't take that long to put together at all. They do need a bit of time in the fridge though. You can make them in advance. You can make them the day before. So into my mixing bowl, I have put my butter. This is 75 grams of butter in here. It's unsalted and at room temperature. And to that, I'm going to add my caster sugar. 325 grams of caster sugar. I'm going to give this a quick mix together, just to combine the butter and the sugar. Right, that is my butter and sugar all mixed up. And to that, I'm going to add one at a time 4 eggs. Now, once you've added these eggs, you want to only mix them until they're combined. You don't want to mix them too much once you've put them in. So that's my 4th egg in there. And to that, I'm going to add 2 teaspoons of vanilla as well. And then give it one last mix up. That's a tough yolk. There you go. Right, completely mixed up. Now, next step is our dry ingredients. So I'm going to sift these directly in. I have 320 grams of plain flour and sift it in. And to that, now I have some more room in my sieve. I'm also going to add 100 grams of cocoa powder, and that's obviously going to get sifted in as well. But I'm also going to add, anytime, here's a little secret for you. Anytime I do anything with chocolate, I always put in some instant espresso powder. It really enhances the chocolate flavor in anything that you make chocolatey. So this is 2 teaspoons, which sounds a lot, but you will not taste it. 2 teaspoons of instant espresso powder, as well as 1/4 teaspoon of salt and 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder. So that's all my dry ingredients. I'm going to sift them all in. Got a mountain of cocoa, like my daughter would say. There we go, all sifted in, and now we're just going to mix it all together. So this does turn out to be quite a thick cookie dough, so make sure you've got something to hold your bowl. Make sure you hold on to it so it doesn't fly away. There we go, my cookie dough is all done. You can see how thick it is compared to other cookies that I've made and shared with you in the past. So all that I'm going to do now that it's all mixed up, is I'm going to pop this in the fridge. I'm going to leave it in there for at least an hour. Right, it's been a couple of hours. I have split my cookie dough into 2 halves. So I have half of it here, the other half is still in the fridge, just because I knew I wasn't going to be able to bake all of it in one go. So this is half of my cookie dough. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to use my trusty ice cream scoop, and I'm just going to get a good scoopful of the cookie dough. You can, of course, use a tablespoon and just do a tablespoon of cookie dough, but I'm using this because I have it. So then I'm going to use the cookie dough that I have, roll it in my hands, make it nice and smooth, and then in here I have some icing sugar. Now all that is icing sugar. I'm just going to pop my ball of cookie dough in there and roll it around to cover it really, really well. Now you want this to come out not just slightly covered, but completely covered. You want it to look like a snowball. And then it's going to go onto my prepared baking sheet. Now I'm going to fill this tray up, and I'm going to put these in the oven. Make sure that you leave a gap between each of your cookies, because they will spread as they bake in the oven. But the beauty of these is, because of this icing sugar, as they bake and they stretch, they will crack, and you will be able to see the chocolate underneath and the beautiful white icing sugar all the way around it. It is so beautiful. So I'm going to fill my baking tray with these cookies, and I will bake them in my preheating oven. My oven's been preheating at 180 Celsius or 350 Fahrenheit, and I will bake them for about 10 minutes, and I will see you on the other side with freshly baked cookies. Welcome back! My cookies are out of the oven. They are so sweet. So when they came out of the oven, I left them on the baking sheet for about 5 minutes because they'll still be a little soft when they first come out. And then you transfer them onto your cooling rack to cool completely before you eat. And look how gorgeous they are. They are absolutely beautiful. I can't believe how good they look. So the only thing that's left to do, of course, with gorgeous cookies is to dig in. Now these are still warm because I've not left them to cool enough, but I would recommend you leave them to cool, and I'm going to break them for you. So you'll find that they're quite cakey almost in the middle because the dough was so firm, they don't go gooey and melty like my other cookies do. So these are much more of a cakey brownie kind of cookie, but they are so sweet and beautiful. So I really hope you've enjoyed this video. Do like it if you have, and do let me know if you make these and how they turn out for you as well. Don't forget to subscribe and do check out my other cookies. They are all so good. Thanks so much for joining me. I shall see you next time. Take care.